As the world celebrates the girl child, the Nigerian Television Authority reiterates commitment to project issues bordering on her development. Federal Road Safety Corps takes Ember Month sensitization campaign to Delta State. Plus, ingenuity of Nigerian Health Research Institute to contain COVID-19 virus. It is my pleasure to welcome you on this week's edition of The Correspondent. It promises to be educative and informative. I am Tessie Omeri. Thanks for joining us. Let's begin with the issue of the girl child. The emergence of the coronavirus had its toll on the education system, thereby forcing a shift to the use of technology to complement the traditional physical classroom learning method. Correspondent Adebola Brooklyn Sunday reports that the Nigerian Television Authority, at one of the events marking this year's International Day of the Girl Child, emphasized its commitment to the continuous use of all its news and current affairs programs to educate, defend and promote issues bordering on the girl child development.
Available records from EduCeleb and UNICEF show that 38% of out-of-school children in Nigeria are girls, which represents 3.8% of about 10.5 million of the total out-of-school children in Nigeria, in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 5, which seeks to achieve gender equality across the world by the year 2030. October 11 every year is designated as the International Day of the Girl Child. It is celebrated to highlight and address the needs and challenges which girls face throughout the globe. It is in a bid to complement government's efforts in ensuring that no one is left behind and helping girls find training and education that will create young successful women that members of Health Aid for All initiative visited government secondary school to Dunwada.
If a girl gets education or gets knowledge, she's able to know what to do during her surroundings when the time comes.
She can be a lawyer, she can be anything she wants to be. That is if fathers agree to enroll their girl child into school.
The group is advocating empowerment for the girls, especially in bridging the digital divide.
Girls have been left behind in technology and innovation, in professions around science, technology, education and mathematics. Our girls are lagging behind, and today we are raising awareness on this issue and saying leave no girl behind.
Teach girls about taking care of their mental, physical and emotional well-being, and we teach them about the changes that they're going to experience in their body through puberty, menstruation, how to self-advocate for themselves, how to make decisions.
Computer study is being taught. The government equally provided student personal computer, which are being used in the classroom and in our ICT offices.
Helpline Foundation for the Needy, a non-governmental organization, has since been working with role models and like minds using an initiative, Voice of Girls Parliament, to provide supports and build confidence in the girl child.
I want government to work on education and help children who doesn't have their parents alive.
So we carefully selected most of them from these communities.
Dr. Jumai Amadu is the founder of the initiative in Nigeria.
We are very happy, excited with this year's team. It will now bring back the reality and the assurance for them to know that if the United Nations is behind them to achieve this, they'll be able to do it without having any problems at all. So our role is to coach them, to make them believe that you can do it as a girl. That I can do spirit is what we are trying to build in them.
Even though we didn't get as much privilege and as much platform as this generation is getting, now that we know, we have to do all our best possible to protect, not just to give them the leverage to excel, we also have to instill discipline to protect them, encourage them to do more, be more, know more, be confident.
Here, some of the girls converged to celebrate the day where they pledged and subscribed to ending all forms of negative acts against the girl child, being championed by a 15-year rights advocate, Joy Life Alegbemi.
When we invest in girl child education through digital skills, acquisition, and ICT-driven education. We optimize her capacity.
Some selected pupils demonstrated how caring a girl child can be to her parents.
NTA International.
Director General of the NTA, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, whom the organizers say is a champion of the gender equality, was represented by the General Manager of NTA International, Oganya Simon.
We live in a digital era, and information technology provides a very unique opportunity for every girl to meet her potential as leaders and change makers who can use technology to transform not only their lives, but the world around them.
We are calling on the Nigerian government to ratify the International Labour Organization's Convention C-190 in order to strengthen the rights of the girl child.
We, this generation, may not make it to that promised land, but you guys will. So we need to keep supporting you, and we need to keep pushing for a better Nigeria.
A platform, Girl Child Rights Advocacy Forum, that will run on the social media alongside the I Subscribe projects were unveiled.
When I see girls like me hawking, I feel really bad. In my mind, I used to say, I wish I could help them. I think government should do something about it.
The girl child were encouraged to embrace digital literacy as they belong to the digital generation.
Yes, Adebola, digital generation, our future generation. The girl child needs all the support to enable her realize her full potentials. Many thanks. And to road safety. It is that time of the year that people ply the road for one reason or the other. As the Yuletide is fast approaching, the Federal Road Safety Commission is reminding Nigerians that life is precious and one needs to be cautious to preserve it. This sums up the theme of the Commission's flag-off of the campaign on Ember Months by the Co-Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi. Correspondent Tessie Coker reports that it was done in collaboration with the Delta State government.
That was the official flag-off of the 2021 Ember Months campaign, performed by Governor Nyesom Wike, represented. It is an annual event by the Federal Road Safety Corps to raise the consciousness of road users on some safety tips that will translate to a better road use. These Ember Months and the Yuletide, Rivers State Sector Commander Salisu Galadunchi and Zonal Commanding Officer Chide Ibere Nkwonta harped on the need for positive attitudinal change to reduce road mishaps.
We are therefore resolved to continue to educate motorists on the risks inherent in this habit.
The role of the Corps with regard to night journey is only advisory. Avoiding it is more beneficial. Obey traffic rules and regulations at all times if you want to enjoy quality road experience.
Governor Nyesom Wike restated the commitment of the state government to safer roads and called for agency collaboration.
We continue to respect you and offer you the necessary assistance that you need.
The event was attended by representatives of the military and paramilitary agencies, heads of federal ministries, departments and agencies, including the Nigerian Television Authority. The theme of the 2021 Ember Months campaign is maintain safe speed, avoid night travel, and enjoy quality road experience.
And still talking about road safety, we have our correspondent Tessie Coker from Asaba to tell us more on the Ember Months campaign. Hello Tessie, you're welcome to the Correspondents.
Thank you.
All right, Federal Road Safety Corps flagged off the Ember Months campaign in Asaba. Tessie, can you tell us why the choice of Asaba?
Well, Asaba was chosen as a spectacular place to flag off the Ember Months campaign because it is a gateway to the southeast, where gridlock is usually recorded during the Yuletide. And don't forget that 2 years ago, road users slept on the bridgehead because of road traffic. And kudos to the Federal Road Safety Corps in Delta State here. The magic they did, the road users are still applauding them. That last year, nobody slept at the head bridge. Additionally, I want to add that the Delta State government also has a good working relationship with the Federal Road Safety Corps here in Delta State that culminated in the establishment of the Federal Road Safety Corps Training Center at Walero in Kano East local government area of the state.
All right, Delta State government is collaborating with the FRSC to reduce carnage on roads. What is the level of commitment from the state?
The state government recently bought vehicles and the communication gadgets and other logistics for officers to ease the job there. Like I told you earlier that he went to Nochaya to build a training center for the road safety corps officers, to also train officers in that area. And their relationship has been so cordial. And the Delta State government, has even gone, went further to do patches of roads, to ease traffic. Like 2 years ago, like I said, at the head bridge, the bridgehead, the people experienced a gridlock that even made a lot of them to sleep on the bridgehead. So the state government recently, did that road to make it more tolerable for road users.
Tessie, the road safety is a collective responsibility. What was the reaction of our road users, to this campaign? Were they excited? Tell us, how was it like?
Oh, they were quite excited when the corps marshal came here to flag off the campaign, and they said that this will go a long way to reduce carnage on the highway. It will go a long way to reduce road accidents. And even though they were happy, they used the opportunity to tell us that they will want measures to be put in place, that corruption and all of that, that when you are a traffic offender should be strictly punished, so that at the end of the day to reduce road accidents. And they said that, even though this is the Yuletide season, they should be security should be provided at the flash points to minimize kidnapping and armed robbery. They were quite excited that the campaign was flagged off.
Okay, in other words, we're going to have a beautiful Yuletide from that campaign. What was the take-home from the campaign, especially on the part of the drivers?
Oh, the drivers said that their take-home is going to be like, they are better informed. They don't want to offend the, traffic laws again. They will try and put on their seatbelt. That some people told us, they were quite, the excitement was so much that they told us that they are going to sensitize their own people at the park, telling them what to do, that there is no rush. You don't have to rush to anywhere. You have to, be very careful on the highway so that they will all enjoy the Christmas as the Yuletide is approaching. Yeah.
Yes. Like the saying goes, it's better late than never, so that we'll have a beautiful Yuletide. Thank you so much, Tessie, for being part of the Correspondent this week. We hope to see you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Still to come, Nigerian Health Research and Development on COVID-19. That's after the break. Join us again.
Recently, both the President and Vice President demonstrated leadership by being among the first Nigerians to have the AstraZeneca vaccine administered to them on live TV for all in the country to see. Subsequently, many federal ministers, political leaders and members of the Presidential COVID-19 Task Force have publicly taken the vaccine to follow in the footsteps of President Buhari and Vice President Oshibaja. To obtain it yourself, please go to the NPHCDA website. There is a link to click on in order to register and schedule your vaccination. In the meantime, please continue to wear face masks, wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer, and observe social distancing. This message was brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Nigerian youths are about the greatest asset the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth Entrepreneurship Support Years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria, pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
Welcome back to the Correspondents. Now talking health. Necessity, they say, is the mother of invention. If not for anything, global emergence of the novel virus corona and the race to contain it, which necessitated the speedy development of vaccines that were before now non-existent, exemplifies this assertion. Nigeria's Health Research and Development Institute, having metamorphosed over the years since independence in 1960, devised indigenous products for containing the virus. Correspondent Chimdima Ndubisi brings us the report.
It is often said that for a progressive society to maintain a healthy population that will drive its economic growth, development of new vaccines, drugs, and other health tools are paramount. And that's where research and development come in as the bedrock of such venture.
Talk of nation building in the health sector, this is very key. You use it to be able to modify modes of treatment of existing diseases. Re-emerging diseases, you'll be able to use that to find out the best measure and the best ways of tackling them when they come.
Nigeria's quest to have viable medical research and development institutes for promoting national health dates back to 1920, when the Rockefeller Foundation established the Yellow Fever Commission. By 1977, the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research emerged as the only institute specifically dedicated for medical research. Not until the establishment of National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development in 1987. When coronavirus threw the world into pandemonium in 2019, Nigerian researchers were expected to put on their thinking caps to come up with indigenous pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical solutions to contain the pandemic. The federal government is at the center of it all. The Central Bank of Nigeria in March this year released 253.4 million naira as grant to local researchers to develop a Nigerian vaccine. At a time when the world embraced vaccine nationalism.
At least one vaccine that's been developed against COVID-19 and they are going to be undergoing clinical trials before they can be used. And there are more that are in the pipeline. There are many traditional healers who have also offered us their creations that they say can cure COVID-19. Some of them we have subjected to tests. Unfortunately, we haven't really been able to pinpoint any yet that has a particular efficacy.
The Nigerian Institute of Medical Research is among the over 100 laboratories with state-of-the-art technology for conducting COVID-19 tests. On its part, the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development picked up our phytomedicinal research already under development and repurposed it for coronavirus treatment. This is besides working with universities to run clinical trials for some conventional medicines such as chloroquine and azithromycin, seen as a treatment option.
Two of those products, Nepremion and Nepremion Plus, that boosts the immune system, have now been listed by NAFDAC. We were one of the first to concept produce locally manufactured hand sanitizers, eucalyptus from Kaduna State as well to give it that aroma, so as to encourage people to use the hand sanitizer in a manner that will help disrupt COVID-19 spread.
We have a working collaboration with National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research Development Agency. We are able to come out with some innovative equipment. First, for environmental disinfection, for public offices and gathering disinfection devices, automatic temperature sensing devices, some disinfectants. World Health Organization sent down from their headquarters to us a mechanical ventilator we requested, reproduce exactly the same type through the reverse engineering and produce its electronic version. The equipment are still going through clinical trials.
The National Ivory Towers are also dedicated to COVID-19 research.
We conducted a survey and found out the attitude of the people within the metropolis towards the preventive measures of COVID, particularly when it comes to regular washing of hands, when it comes to use of face masks, and when it comes to use of other facilities that will social distances and things like that. And we analyzed the result and forwarded same to the appropriate authorities for use.
An observation in the world of research, however, is that a wide range of developed products are lined up on the shelves waiting to be commercialized for use. That, I understand, is the responsibility of industrialists and manufacturers.
Very well then, Chimdima, Nigerian researchers are breaking new grounds. We'll get there soon. Thanks a lot. That concludes the Correspondent this week. Thanks a lot for being part of it. Join us again next week, same time on another edition. And a quick reminder that COVID-19 is still around us. Continue to abide by government's regulations and safety protocols. And more importantly, get vaccinated. Take responsibility and stay safe. And don't forget to be a star with the NTA. Be part of the campaign against rape and rapists. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.